Diane from Teach Pre-K. January 1st, I go back on the 6th. And I'm going to tell you right now that even though I miss my littles dearly and I really can't wait to see them, I'm also full of dread because I really, really like being at home. I love my office. I love my house. I love getting up knowing that I have this fresh new day that I can do anything that I want with. And I know that once Christmas break hits, there's not going to be another break for a long time. We'll have Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, and then we won't have anything until spring break. And that's really hard. That's really hard. Half the year's over. I'm feeling a little pressure to ramp things up and get some things done and accomplished and just bond a little bit more with my kiddos. I've got assessments and conferences coming up in February, so I know that it's just that relentless pace is going to hit again. So I thought I would take just a little bit of time today. This isn't going to be a super long video, but I'm just going to tell you what my themes are for the next 4 weeks. And why I only spend 1 week on each of these themes. When I come back, and I feel like this is like kindergarten, preschool, pre-K, everywhere, TK, we will start with winter because it is winter. There is not a leaf on the trees. The day is really gray today. We've had some snow, but it's just not sticking, which is really weird for Utah this time of year. The mountains are gorgeous and snow covered. So we will learn about winter and snowflakes and snowmen and, just everything that goes along with winter. I focus a lot on the story, The Snowy Day. I will start reading that on Monday and doing a craft with that, doing a bulletin board with The Snowy Day. But it's one of my favorite books. It's one of my favorite books to share with the kids. It's just sweet and beautiful. And there's even a video on YouTube. There's like a longer video on Prime, but it's more Christmas oriented. But there is just a Snowy Day video on YouTube that's really excellent. So be sure that you do that with your class. Then the following week, we do polar animals. So Arctic animals, Antarctic animals. So we've got the polar bears, the penguins, the whales, the narwhals, all those things. And we do some really fun and amazing activities. I think I could stretch winter out to 2 weeks and I could stretch polar animals out to 2 weeks. But I have so many themes that I want to get to before the year ends that it just isn't feasible. After that, I go into transportation. And it's not my favorite theme. The kids really love it. It gives them a chance to really play with cars. We do a lot of super fun transportation activities. I made up a bunch of new activities last year. I'm actually super excited to open up that bin and look at them again and remember what it is that I'm going to do and what materials I need to get started, because I did some pretty amazing stuff for transportation last year, I'm not going to lie. And then we have a week of construction. That's kind of how we round out the month, is with construction. And I believe that's going to fall on the week that we have that Monday off for MLK. So it's a shorter week. And yes, there's a lot to do in construction, and the kids love construction. I pick a shorter week because it starts to bring the crazy that was going on between Halloween and Christmas. It kind of starts to bring that flavor back into my classroom. And I don't want so much of that flavor because it was all December, quite a bit of November, and almost all of October. So we've been at this energy high for so long that I'm kind of, just wanting things to settle in. it's winter. We need to settle in and slow down. You know, because then there is another holiday coming up and another class party and everything, Valentine's Day. But those are the themes that I focus on in January. I do have a Martin Luther King resource in my Teachers Pay Teacher store that is very developmentally appropriate for preschool and pre-K. It just consists of a few activities, some information on Martin Luther King Jr., some posters, and just kind of a way to teach about Martin Luther King Jr. in a way that is age and developmentally appropriate. It's actually one of my like super big sellers for the month of January because it's really hard to find, you know, a way to bring that into an early childhood classroom. But it's also a super important topic, and I think that it's really, really important. So I find a way, and I'll show them like real pictures of Martin Luther King, and I basically talk about just he was just a really wonderful man who loved everybody and wanted everybody to be treated the same and be able to do all the same things and have the same wonderful, happy life. And of course the kids are all like, well, yeah, you know, who wouldn't? Yeah, because they are so pure and they don't really yet know how horrible people can be, which is why I love teaching preschool. But so I'll leave a link to that because that's always just a really fun one. In fact, I'll leave a link to all my lesson plans because I know that you guys will be seeing a lot of them. I'm planning on doing a lot of shorts this year and showing what I'm actually doing on a day-to-day basis instead of just, this is what I'm doing this week and blah, super quick. So yeah, that's that. I got to get lesson planning and I got to kind of mentally prepare myself for just having a few more days of break. And if you've been tuning in for a long time, you know my mom has Alzheimer's and today's her birthday. And she's 89 today, and it was really cute. My sister and I went over to see her and brought her flowers and a puzzle that we worked on together and just lunch and stuff. And she just kept asking how old she was. And she's like, I'm 89? Oh, I don't feel 89 and I don't look 89. So it's kind of cute that, you know, we all worry about aging so much. And there's my cute mom, almost 90 years old and doesn't even remember. So it's just one of those times with Alzheimer's where I go, well, this is kind of a happy thing. It's kind of a happy thing that she, you know, is not getting hung up on this huge birthday or anything, but it was cute. So I hope you all have a really great rest of your break and a wonderful 2025.